Hello, good afternoon, everyone. God bless you. You are welcome to today's show again. I'm your host, OK Gabriel. This is Let's Talk Love, and it's brought to you by Love Outreach. Praise the Lord. For the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about love, and we've been asking ourselves, what is love? We say love is sacrificial, God is love, love is giving, love is sharing. And last week we spoke about there are some other things people do, they don't even know it. They lost after one another and they say it's love. And some other people say they got infatuated. They love people because of one or two things they want to get from that person. So we say that is infatuation. And this week, just like we said, we will be looking at some enemies of love, some things that you do that actually can put your love into question. I mean, your love is questioned now. When you say you love someone and these things is what you do unconsciously or consciously, then your love is in question. So we'll be mentioning those things. One, we're going to be talking about bitterness. We're going to be talking about envy, selfishness, anger, malice, hatred, lie, deception, jealousy, pride, cheating, unfaithfulness. Right? Those are the things we'll be discussing in details today, because those things are the things that put your love in question. They put it in a quote that it's like you cannot do this. You cannot say you love someone. You have this kind of attitude in you. So that puts that love in question. Is a questionable love. So for you to make your love true, for you to prove your love for someone, you have to be conscious of these things. You have to make sure that when these things are trying to creep into your relationship, you kind of cut it off. You don't do it, because that is going to put the love you're professing to someone, is going to put it in question. So we'll be taking it one after the other. We'll be looking at first anger. So I can see some more people on there at the minute. I can see if you have any question, if there's any contribution you want to put on, feel free to join us. Feel free to put whatever things you want to put on, and we'll be talking about that. We'll, just like I said, we'll be talking about anger. What is anger? Anger is a strong feeling or annoyance, displeasure or hostility. When somebody has done something wrong to you, you can be angry, but do not let that anger take forever. The Bible says, don't let the sun come down on your anger. Don't let the sun come down on your anger. I can see Lashman. You're welcome. You can join us. Another one we'll talk about bitterness. What is bitterness? What is bitterness? You are bitter about things. You say you love someone and you feel bitter. The dictionary says the sharpness of taste, lack of sweetness. So when your anger or disappointment at being treated unfairly, when somebody treats you, maybe somebody you say you love treats you. I can see Ebele James. You're welcome. So when somebody treats you unfairly and you feel bitter, that is a sign that puts your love into question. So you can be angry, but do not let the sun come down your anger. If it's someone you love, you have to speak about these things you're angry about. You have to speak about these things you're bitter about, so that you can resolve it amicably, not going on and on and on and on. So that's another thing that puts your love. They are the enemies of love. They are the things that do not prove your love. It put a question mark on your love. Another one we'll be looking at today again is envy. Envy. If you have anything you want to discuss with us, if there's any other things you think that put that question mark, that put the puzzle on the expression of love towards the one you are expressing it to, or in your relationship, that thing that puts that question mark on there, we can discuss it. Envy. What is envy? It's a feeling of disconnection or resentfulness. It's a desire to have a quality or possession of other desirable things belonging to others. So when you envy someone, maybe someone has something that you want, the only thing is to ask. So you don't begin to envy someone or trying to get jealous about it. When somebody is progressing, you have to be happy for that person. If it's someone, your partner, maybe your wife whoever it is, they are progressing, they are making progress in their business, and you are not envy. You feel that you should be having it. No, you should share in their joy because you love them. You should share, and you shouldn't be envious. That's one of those things that puts your love in question. It put it in question. Another one we talk about is selfishness. So if you love someone, you have to be selfless. You don't have to be selfish. When you have someone, when you have something, and the one you love, the one you are in a relationship, now you know it needs that. What you do is to share. That's what we said initially, that love is sharing. I can see Christopher Jumbo, you're welcome. And you know, love is sharing. You don't have to be selfish when you claim you love someone, because when you are selfish to the one you love, it puts your love in question. Your love is a question, because people begin to wonder, do you really love this person? Another one we're going to be talking about today is malice. Malice. It is the desire to harm someone at will. That's malice. Wrongful intention, especially as increasing the guilt of a certain offense. So when you keep malice, you have that intention. You decide not to speak to someone. You decide not to speak to someone because somebody have offended you. And you claim you love that fellow. That's not love. That is putting a question mark on your love. So for us to eradicate this, we must be sure that when these things are coming up, when these things are creeping in, you have to be conscious of it. You have to make sure that it's not affecting your relationship. You have to make sure, because this is of the devil. Praise the Lord. So another one we'll talk about is hatred. Hatred. You just feel hate. You just hate someone because of one thing or the other the person have done. So we're going to be looking at what's the meaning of hatred. Say intense dislike. You claim you love someone because the person have done something wrong, and you begin to feel hatred. You begin to resent the person. You don't want to see the person. And this person you have relationship, this person you claim you love. So that put a question mark on your love. For you not to have a question mark, you must eradicate what is hatred. You must be conscious of not going into that. You must be conscious of not going into a situation whereby you begin to hate the one you are in relationship with. Another one, the enemies of love we're talking about. Another one we're going to be talking about is lie. A lot of people, they are just full of, before you, they just lie. They just like to lie. Lying is something they find so easy. Something they don't even have to lie about. They just lie. Oh, where are you? Oh, I'm in there. But you don't have to lie about it. So if you love someone, you don't need to lie. You just have to be truthful. You just have to come straight. Even though you've done something, you come straight and explain. And no one is above mistake. You do mistake, then we correct ourselves. So when you begin to lie uncontrollable, I tell you, lies are in words. They ask you a simple question. Instead of you to say the right thing, you say the wrong thing. You begin to lie. That's lying. Another one we'll talk about is deception. What is deception? Deception is the action of deceiving someone. So maybe sometimes you're going to shop A, and they just ask you a question because there's something else you want to do in shop B. You say, I'm in shop B. So you are trying to deceive someone. You are trying, with your action, you try to deceive someone. That's deception. You don't have to deceive the one you love. No, you don't have to act in a deceptive way. If that person find out that it puts your love in question, the love you proclaim, the love you claim. I can see Collins, I can see Iwona. You can just pop on your question. There is any contribution you have about what we're talking about. We're talking about the things that put question mark, the enemies of love, the things that that put question mark on your love, in your relationship. You have a relationship with someone, you proclaim love to that person, and these things, when you begin to do them, there's a question mark about your love. And we're going forward again, we'll talk about jealousy. Jealousy, is a state of feeling of being jealous, a state of emotional complexity when you just feel jealous. You feel, why should you feel jealous? When you love someone, you should be happy. Just like I said, you should be happy for the progress of the person, not feeling jealous. Not feeling, I believe it's an inferiority complex thing. When my brother is making money or my brother is in a position, I'm happy. That's my brother. I'm happy for him. Not thinking, I should be in that position. Or why is he in that position? Why is he so favored? Why am I not so favored? No, you should work your own self out. Look at what you are doing to get to where you want to get to. And when you begin to do that, you begin to feel happy. for that person, that means you love the person, not feeling jealous for the progress of the person, not feeling hatred, not feeling selfish or angry or keeping malice. That's not what love is. That's not what love is. So why we are talking about this, for us to be careful, for us to be mindful of these things, these 12 things that we are talking about. Again, we talk about pride now. Pride. What is pride? A feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from someone's ownership. Now, because you've made it, because you have a possession, I have a Jeep, I have a Hummer Jeep, I have a Range Rover Sport. Now you feel big and you feel pompous. Someone that you proclaim love to cannot just enter your car. You just feel no, you don't come into my car. That's pride. That's pride. Bring down yourself. Let no pride creep into your mind because of your possession, because of what you have, and you think the one you are in a relationship with does not have it, then you make them feel less a human. No, that's not right. So when those things begin to creep in, you should begin to be careful, be mindful of those things, because those are the things that will put a question mark on whoever you are in a relationship with. It will put a question mark on your love for them, because they feel that if you really love me, you will share with me. You're not gonna, you're not gonna be proud or have pride or that ego. Another one we'll talk about now is cheating. Cheating. We don't have much time today. Is cheating. You don't proclaim love to someone and go at the back and cheat. For instance, we are into business. Okay, I have a relationship with my wife. We are into business. And I begin to think I'm going to cheat her. Or maybe we make gain of £1,000 instead of doing 50-50. Or I kind of lie just to cheat her out of our own, portion. No, that's you can't be doing. If I'm found out, that means the love question will arise. Does he really love me? Why is this cheating me? Why is it depriving me of my own inheritance? So when you love someone, you do not cheat you don't cheat that person. Another one is the last one I will be talking about. We've listed like 12 now. Is unfaithfulness. Unfaithfulness, that's the big thing. Where I come from, some people don't even count it as anything. They say, oh, men are like that, men are not like that. You don't have to cheat in a relationship. When you are married, you do not have to cheat on your wife. Wives, you do not have to cheat on your husband and claim, oh, I love you, but it just happened. It doesn't just happen. That's unfaithfulness. That's unfaithfulness. So when you are in love with someone, you are in oneness with that person. You are in oneness, soul, spirit, and body with that person. So what will make you to go out and be looking for another woman to cheat or another man to cheat, and you still come back and claim you love? So that puts a question mark on your love. If really you do love the person you're talking about, if really you do love the person about, I'm still waiting for your response. I'm still waiting for your response. If you're out there, I can see Collins. Yeah, I can see Ovia. Yeah, you can pop up any question you have. You can say something. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about these things. Let's talk about these things that we face every day of our life. Every day we are out there. We are trying to be a better person. We are trying to show love to people. And sometimes when we do this, we are not mindful of some other things like bitterness we talk about, like envy we talk about, like selfishness we talk about, like anger, malice, hatred, lies, deception, jealousness, pride, cheating, unfaithfulness. All these things are the enemies of your love. Are the enemies of your love. They are the enemies of your love. They are the things that put question mark on your love. They are the things that people begin to think, people begin to wonder, does he really love me? If he does love me, why is he doing this? So we have to be conscious. That's what we're talking about. We have to be conscious of these things. And next week again we'll be coming your way. Next week we'll be talking about some things that that comes with love. When you love someone. Now we spoke about the enemy. Now the attributes. Now the things that shows your love, these things that that applauds your love for someone, like giving, caring, sacrificing, appreciating the person, trusting and selflessness, and forgiveness, communication, and all of those things. Those are the things that enhance your love. They are the things that make your love, tangible. Makes your love, make your love so truthful. Somebody can say yes, when you do those things, this guy loves me, this person loves me. Those are the things. So we'll be talking about those things next week. And I just want to thank you again for being here on this platform Let's Talk Love. Just like I said, my name again is OK Gabriel, and this is brought to you by God's Love Outreach. And as you join me next week, keep throwing your questions, keep popping in your comment. I will be there just to hear it and just to comment on that. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend.